Have you ever wondered if we're truly alone in the universe? What would you do if you captured photographic evidence of UFOs right outside your home? Is there more to the Gulf Breeze UFO sightings than meets the eye? By the end of this article, you'll have answers to these intriguing questions as we delve into one of the most controversial UFO cases in American history, the Gulf Breeze sightings of Ed Walters. The encounter. Ed Walters' first sighting. In November 1987, Ed Walters, a building contractor living in Gulf Breeze, Florida, became the focal point of what would soon be one of the most famous UFO cases in the world. Walters claimed that on the evening of November 11th, he saw a glowing craft hovering outside his house. According to Walters, the UFO was about 200 feet away, and it emitted a bright bluish light. Shocked and scared, Walters grabbed his Polaroid camera and began snapping pictures. Over the next few weeks, Walters captured more images of the strange craft and claimed to have multiple encounters, including one where a blue beam of light temporarily paralyzed him. The photos he produced showed what appeared to be a circular, disc-shaped craft flying over Gulf Breeze. The images were grainy but clear enough to convince many that something extraordinary had happened. The sightings continued into 1988, drawing the attention of UFO enthusiasts, investigators, and skeptics alike. Public reaction and media frenzy. As news of Walters' photos spread, Gulf Breeze became a hotbed of UFO activity. The media quickly picked up on the story, with newspapers, television, and radio stations covering the sightings. Local residents claimed to have seen strange lights in the sky, and some reported similar encounters, which only fueled the growing belief that Gulf Breeze was experiencing a genuine UFO flap. Walters' photos were published in the local newspaper, the Gulf Breeze Sentinel, and soon after, they gained national attention. UFO researchers from all over the country descended on the small Florida town to investigate. The Mutual UFO Network, UFON, was particularly interested, and many of its investigators believed the photos were authentic evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. The skeptics and the controversy. However, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics began to scrutinize Walters' photos and story. Some experts suggested that the photos could have been faked using models or double exposures. A local contractor even came forward claiming that Walters had asked him to build a model UFO for a separate project, casting doubt on the authenticity of the images. Things took an even more dramatic turn in 1990 when a new family moved into Walters' former home and discovered a small model of a flying saucer in the attic. This model looked eerily similar to the craft depicted in Walters' photos. For many, this was the smoking gun, clear evidence that the photos had been faked. Walters denied that the model was involved in any hoax, claiming it had been planted there to discredit him. The legacy of the Gulf Breeze sightings. Even with the discovery of the model UFO, the Gulf Breeze sightings remain a hotly debated topic. Walters continued to stand by his story, publishing a book titled The Gulf Breeze Sightings, in which he detailed his encounters. Supporters argue that too many witnesses and too much photographic evidence exist for the sightings to be dismissed entirely as a hoax. On the other hand, skeptics believe that Walters' story unraveled with the discovery of the model and that the sightings were nothing more than a carefully orchestrated scam. The Gulf Breeze UFO case leaves us with more questions than answers. Were the sightings genuine encounters with extraterrestrial beings, or was it all an elaborate hoax? Could Ed Walters have pulled off such an elaborate scheme, or was he simply the victim of circumstance? Ultimately, whether you believe in the Gulf Breeze sightings or not, the case remains one of the most fascinating chapters in UFO lore. Final thoughts. Hoax or real? So are we alone in the universe? The Gulf Breeze UFO sighting offers no definitive answer, but it does remind us of the power of belief and skepticism in shaping our understanding of unexplained phenomena. Whether Ed Walters captured real evidence of alien spacecraft or not, the case continues to captivate both believers and doubters.